Hello everyone and welcome to Historic Philadelphia. I'm John Anderson.
And I'm Chanel Jones. You probably recognize us from FOX29's Good Day Philadelphia, but we're working late to show you a special look at where we live and all the fun things you can do here day and night.
And behind us is the Independence Visitor Center, which is a great stepping off point for anyone. The United States was born in these few blocks. The National Park Service alone operates 20 different sites here. And there are nearly a dozen other museums. The past comes alive in historic Philadelphia. You can feel it as you stand inside the State House known as Independence Hall, where our founding fathers debated and signed the Declaration of Independence. You can feel the history at the National Constitution Center, where you can learn how the Constitution is relevant to all Americans, or when you climb the narrow staircase of Betsy Ross's home, or listen to a storyteller tell a true tale of the very streets you are walking on.
Now you can always explore historic Philadelphia on foot.
You know what, Chanel, though? Every once in a while, I need a little break.
Don't worry, there are other ways to see the sights, and who better to show you around than our own traffic reporter, FOX29's Dorothy Krishik.
When you want the traffic, you watch me on Good Day. But when you want an easy way to explore the sights of historic Philadelphia, you hop on board this trolley. This historical Philadelphia trolley loop runs every 15 minutes all day long, making 10 stops. Just hop on all day for just $2 a person. You show your bracelet, but hold on to the trolley brochure because it highlights all the fun things that you can do at every stop: restaurants, shops, galleries, clubs, stores, even movie theaters and spas. On your trip through historic Philadelphia, you'll pass through 6 different areas. Old City has the architecture of the 19th century, but the 100-plus restaurants and nightlife are definitely very 21st century. You can think of Independence Mall as an earlier version of the Capitol Mall in Washington, D.C. The 3 buildings along Chestnut Street housed all branches of city, state, and federal government in the 1700s. A great place to picnic is Washington Square. This is also the National Park Service property and tells dramatic stories with the aid of storytellers and sculpture. And just a few steps away from Washington Square is Jewelers Row, our nation's oldest diamond district. The quaint red brick homes that make up Society Hill are the signature element of the neighborhood between South Street and Old City. Penn's Landing is the go-to spot on the Delaware River waterfront. It's host to family-friendly events such as fireworks, concerts every weekend, plus museums. Well, the best place to start planning your trip is right here at the Independence Visitor Center at 6th and Market. The staff here can help you plan everything from your trip on the Flash, the trolley, and the Riverlink. Anything you need to make getting around town a little bit easier.
And before you start your morning commute, don't forget to check in with Dorothy Krishik weekdays on Good Day Philadelphia. FOX29 is your transportation station with 4 hours of coverage. As the race between Senators John McCain and Barack Obama heats up, the city offers a unique mix of presidential happenings that are affordable, educational, and fun.
And where better to learn all about presidential politics than where it started? The National Constitution Center is hosting Election 08, The Power of We. It's a year-long series of events designed to promote voting during the presidential election and active citizenship every day. Visitors like Philip and Peter from the Netherlands say,
I think we really had an interesting show here. I mean, the gentleman had a really interesting story about the background of the United States, the Constitution, etc., the laws. It was very interesting to hear that.
You can register to vote, take part in an interactive town hall display, even take the presidential oath of office. Think being a candidate is easy? Headed to the White House is an exhibit which takes you step by step through the process of running for president. The exhibit opens September 17th. It's
a kind of tour through a presidential election, some historical, some present day, with an emphasis on the interactive, engaging, kind of fun aspects of it. One of the things is we all watch a presidential election and think, that's interesting what's going on. This lets us sort of step into different roles. Whether you're a sophisticated lawyer and a practitioner of presidential politics or whether you're an energetic 8-year-old, we want you to come away having learned something, but also come away feeling that you have a civic role to play, a citizen role to play, and to be excited about that.
Can't figure out a delegate from a superdelegate? Check out the demonstrations on the electoral process to learn how it all works. Of course, we'll all be living history in the making this presidential election season. Fox 29 News is the station to turn to for election coverage.
We're planning extensive election coverage, and as always, Fox 29's political reporter Bruce Gordon will have the most up-to-date and in-depth analysis. Make sure not to miss our You Decide coverage. Now, even though this is historic Philadelphia, that doesn't mean all the news is old. In fact, officials at Philadelphia's Independence National Historic Park are thrilled with the results of a new study that show more tourists are coming, and most of them that come are having a great time.
Our Bruce Gordon took a closer look at the numbers and found another reason why park officials are flush with pride.
It is the birthplace of our nation, the test tube in which the experiment of democracy was successfully performed. So what do 2.5 million visitors each year care most about when they arrive on these hallowed grounds? You guessed it, the bathrooms.
They're important. And as you get older, they become more important.
I'm learning that.
Yeah, right.
The new survey shows 86% of park visitors see the Liberty Bell, 78% stop at Independence Hall, and right there, in between number 1 and number 2, 79% use the toilet.
Extremely important or very important.
The researcher who surveyed visitors to this park and others around the country told us she's actually surprised the bathroom use rate here isn't 100%.
But I would understand it, Yellowstone, they can go around the bushes, but
89% of those surveyed rated our restrooms good or very good. That doesn't surprise Visitor Center greeter May Gaspari, who gets lots of feedback on the terrific toilets.
They're surprised it's clean for a public bathroom, and there's so many stalls in there that they don't have to wait that long.
Deborah Alexander is the woman to thank. She cleans the ladies' room at the center and takes her job very seriously.
If somebody come here, they want to see, we have people from all over the world come here, and they come first, then they come right to our bathroom. First they say, oh, it's so nice and clean, no smell, and always fresh. And that's very important to us.
Perhaps, but for some, the right restroom with its high-tech faucets and environmentally friendly soap and towels is simply taken for granted.
How important are ease and cleanliness of bathrooms to you when you're touring and vacationing?
Oh, yeah, for real.
Sadly, yes, we are.
I haven't had any problems with the restrooms anywhere I've been.
All this ballyhoo over bathrooms shouldn't come as any great surprise. After all, just a couple of blocks from the park, tourists by the thousands from all over the world come to peer down into the privy pit, into which family and, yes, human waste from Ben Franklin's home was dumped more than 2 centuries ago. Makes you wonder whether the city needs a new marketing slogan for tourists. Philadelphia, where you don't have to go before you leave the house. In Old City, Bruce Gordon, Fox 29 News.
Fox 29 was privy to another bit of Ben Franklin history, a behind-the-scenes look at the romance and wedding of Ben and Betsy.
Sure, you know about the historic sites, but how about the shopping finds? Places you've never heard of, places you just can't miss.
And Good Day Philadelphia Sue Serio with tips on how to enjoy historic Philly without busting your budget. There is no shortage of shops in historic Philadelphia selling all sorts of souvenirs.
And when I'm shopping, I'm not looking for souvenirs, I'm looking for clothes. And in this area, there are so many different hot looks and trendy owner-operated boutiques.
Who better to send on a shopping trip than Good Day Philadelphia's Jennifer Frederick?
If you're headed to the historic part of Philadelphia, make time for the shopping. Places like the ultra chic boutique, 3rd Street Habit.
You walk away with an experience that you can't get in any other city.
You'll find trendy accessories and designer clothes from Europe, items you can't even buy on the internet. However, if you are more of a sweet tooth than a clothes horse, we have you covered as well. Shane's Candies is just a short walk away. Tell us why this place is so important when we talk about historical Philadelphia.
Well, being the oldest candy store in America, by far, there's not another candy store within 50 years of us. But we've been here, of course, since 1876, and, that's much older than Benjamin Franklin Bridge has been here.
The Candy Stop is a sweet and irresistible one. Of course, you might be feeling guilty about being so self-indulgent. No fear, Foster's Homewares is here.
What's great about Foster's is you can come in here and you can pick up your basics, you can pick up what you need to entertain for the evening, as well as something you really want, and then go ahead and get a little something for someone else.
Okay, what I really want is a margarita made from that mix. Right here in Old City, Foster's Homeware, 4th and Market Streets. So bring your wallet and your walking shoes. Historic Philadelphia has something for all of you. I'm Jennifer Frederick, Fox 29 News.
Best of all, don't forget when you're clothes shopping in Pennsylvania, it's tax-free.
Just down the street from Charlie's Jeans, you'll find a store that's a sort of Home Depot for earth-friendly or anyone looking to avoid cookie-cutter options.
And like Home Depot, prices range from inexpensive to high-end. Michelle Buckman gets the real deal in Old City's Greenable.
If you want to save the environment without sacrificing quality, this is the place. It has the country's widest range of eco-friendly building materials for inside and out.
Want your house to be a shade of green? Stop in at Greenable on Market Street in Old City.
What we are is a one-stop shop for everything.
95% of our products are all recycled or made from garbage or something.
But they certainly don't look like garbage.
This is actually a photographed press between this resin. These are recycled resin products.
From insulation made out of denim to countertops made from recycled glass, newspaper, even money that's out of print. Greenable customers are surprised. Green is doable and affordable.
I can do this, I can afford this, and this will be beautiful. It's not going to be weird, it's not going to be ugly. Nobody's going to even really know unless I talk about it.
Greenable also offers free seminars and how-to workshops from a diverse team of green building pros. I'm Michelle Buckman, Fox 29 News.
For more information on Greenable and other green resources, check out Michelle Buckman's blog at myfoxphilly.com. Just search for Buckman. Kicking back and having fun doesn't have to end when the sun goes down in historic Philadelphia. Good food, good atmosphere, great times. You can find them all, even after dark.
Pick your night, pick your mood. There are so many things to do. Now, if you're wondering what you can do in the evening, we have some suggestions.
Hear the story of the revolution through the Lights of Liberty show, which runs until 9 p.m. Franklin Square is also open until 9 p.m. Ride the carousel, play mini golf, hear a story, have a snack. You could also do Independence After Hours, which starts with dinner at City Tavern and a private nighttime visit to Independence Hall. 1776 the Movie Musical is an entertaining combination of movie and audience participation fun. Spend an evening with George Washington or Thomas Jefferson through Once Upon a Nation's historical heroes. Celebrate First Friday, every first Friday of the month, when Old City galleries stay open late and art, music, and good energy rule.
It's a tight economy, but Sue Cereal has ways you can cut loose in historic Philadelphia without busting your budget.
And did I mention food? Grab your knife and fork. It's time to dig in and find out what gastronomic delights the city has to offer. Chanel, we haven't even had time yet to talk about one of my favorite things in historic Philadelphia, the food.
Ooh, I know what you mean. No matter what time of the day or night, we're always surrounded by so many different eating options. At the Super Scooper All-You-Can-Eat Ice Cream Festival, you can indulge in Ben & Jerry's, Haagen-Dazs, Edie's, and many more for a $5 donation to charity. This annual event helps the fight against pediatric leukemia and offers plenty of sweet family fun.
If you're looking to experience all kinds of food, you can get a sampling of some of the best food our area's finest restaurants have to offer at the annual Taste of Philadelphia. This year, moved to Penn's Landing. Taste of Philadelphia is just one of the many festivals, concerts, and events.
To get the schedule and all the happenings, go to myfoxphilly.com and search Historic Philadelphia.
If just a taste isn't enough, there are plenty of dining options, from the cheesesteaks to having dinner with the Iron Chef here in historic Philadelphia.
No matter what the cuisine or your budget, there are so many different places to tempt your taste buds. Of course, we know that on Good Day Philadelphia, we get some of the top chefs. Now, this place with the green door in Morimoto is one of my favorites. If you come here to Morimoto on Chestnut Street, get ready for a sleek and modern environment. People flock here for the modern-style sushi, noodles, and other Japanese cuisine. In fact, if you like Asian and South Asian-style food, you have at least 6 choices, all within a few blocks. 108. Have a taste for a little Italian? La Scala's is located right down the street, also on Chestnut. And trust me, if you like Italian, you'll also find plenty of options. Others choose to soak in a little history while they're touring the area. Here at City Tavern on 2nd and Walnut, the owner can tell you anything about life and food in the 18th century.
Everything we do here is made from scratch. We don't buy any convenience food. It's from the farm to the table, as fresh as possible. So people get taken into a big surprise.
Located within walking distance of Independence Mall, he says this is a place you have to add to your list.
First of all, it's the most historic square mile in America. If you want to experience what this country is all about, you must come here because everything started here.
Second of all, he says here, don't even think about fast food. In this place, dining is an art form.
We all have so many different things to offer. You eat here 18th century. Across the street, you have Italian. You have a little seafood here. You got an Irish pub. You have everything here. So you should make Old City a destination. And come to the Old City and then make up your mind where you're going to go once you park your car and kind of stroll around.
In fact, if you stroll around on an empty stomach, you might find there are just too many choices. I didn't mention the hot seafood spots or other casual dining spots to enjoy all of the comfort food we love so much. Bottom line, in addition to all of your touring, be prepared to chow down.
A wedding of historic proportions in the nation's oldest block. Ben Franklin and Betsy Ross said their wedding vows on July 3rd.
There to witness it, our own Sharon Crowley.
It really felt like the city of brotherly love tonight. Dressed in period costume, Linda Wilde, known to us as Betsy Ross, or at least the woman who plays her, and her love, Ralph Archibald, joined in holy matrimony.
May your hearts ever be in harmony.
In the only place appropriate, of course, in front of Independence Hall, where the Revolutionary actors' romance blossomed. Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter married the couple.
To live together in the bonds of matrimony.
I will.
And just like that, in the cradle of liberty, Linda Wilde and Ralph Archibald became husband and wife.
With this ring, I thee wed. By the virtue of the authority vested in me, pronounce that they are husband and wife. And let no one put asunder those who have been joined together in the presence of this company. You may now kiss.
The happy couple then left the ceremony in, of course, a horse-drawn carriage.
And this is a wonderful man. The rest is all downhill with him. Another 300 years we hope to get from him.
Then it was off to historic City Tavern for the wedding reception. Legally, they may be husband and wife, but to this city, they will always be Ben and Betsy.
Ralph Archibald is now the city's official 20th and 21st century Ben Franklin. And now families can enjoy breakfast with Philadelphia's founding father.
Breakfast with Ben includes a meet and greet session where children can talk to the man himself, even ask questions and pose for pictures. For more information, you can find it at the website breakfastwithben.com.
One of the best things about historic Philadelphia is how affordable it is. Sue Serio uncovers some inexpensive spots to soak in Old City. And a package deal that makes spending the night in historic Philadelphia even more appealing.
Every day I walk down the street, I'm amazed at how much history I pass by. I mean, you can run out and get a pretzel, take a peek at the Liberty Bell.
The best part about historic Philadelphia, it's a great bargain. You can find sites that are either free or will cost you less than $10. Good Day Philadelphia's Sue Serio finds some historic fun that won't break the family budget.
A good place to start soaking up the history without draining your bank account is the Betsy Ross house at 239 Art Street. It's the surprisingly small home of the seamstress credited with sewing the first American flag. And if you're lucky, you'll meet the lady herself.
Making this flag was considered to be a banner of rebellion.
Make sure you ask Betsy to show you how she can make a 5-point star with just one snip of her scissors. Admission to the Betsy Ross House is just $3, $2 for children, and you can hang out with the colonial characters in the courtyard for free. It's a little difficult to pronounce, but Elfress Alley is the oldest residential street in the country. The whole place is on the National Register of Historic Places, and all of the homes appear just as they did in the 18th century.
Our mission is to inform folks about life for everyday Philadelphians. Though our founding fathers are a wonderful asset to our American history, it's important for people to know that 92% of our population here or there lived very ordinary lives.
Of course, you can stroll the street all day for free. Admission to the Museum House, number 126, is just $5 for adults and $1 for ages 6 to 18. Now for the best free deal in historic Philly. There are 13 Once Upon a Nation benches like this one throughout Old City, and each one features a professional storyteller with a fabulous tale to tell about our city from back in the day. Once again, Once Upon a Nation is fabulous and free.
Now, if you'd like your own custom tour guide and you have an iPod or an MP3 player, you can download interactive podcasts with tips from the locals about where to go and what to know.
And to match up audio with a Google map of where you're heading to, click on soundaboutphilly.com. If you've been to historic Philadelphia before, you may notice it looks different than you remember. That's because until 2001, none of this was here, and it's still growing. Late next year, the President's House commemoration will open in front of the Liberty Bell Center. This spot marks the executive mansion of Presidents George Washington and John Adams. The commemoration also will tell the story of the 9 enslaved Africans who lived here.
Think you can't fit all of the Philly fun into one day? You're right. That's why the Philly Overnight Hotel Package is back.
You'll get 2 free nights parking and a Philly Fun teddy bear. Don't forget, make sure you watch Good Day Philadelphia on Fox 29 every morning.
We are located right in the heart of historic Philadelphia, so before you leave for the day, make sure you turn us on for all your latest news, weather, and traffic, and all the information going on around town.